Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Now, see, I know you see me on Killzone Shadowfall. And now you think, oh, cool, he's gonna play this game. Awesome. I'm going to be honest with you. I am not, because I genuinely don't find this... It's a good game. I just personally don't find it interesting enough to record. However, like the reading series I've been doing, I am going to read. Not about the audio logs, not about the dossier, not about the news, but I'm going to be reading the comic book sections. As ever since I played this game, and I've played it through at least twice already, which is, another reason why I really don't want to play and just record it again. I've already read through the comic myself, but I think it'd make for a nice little video, because I think it's cool. But anyway, without further ado, let's begin. My thoughts formed in the void, like shards of smashed glass fusing together. Reflected, my bones clad in muscle, wrapped in skin. I could hear them flapping their black wings, screaming like starved children. Peck, peck, those black beaks dripped with monstrous shapes turning in the blackest light. Those shifting shapes without form, without color. I moved and felt them lying against me, piled above me. My men, fallen, butchered and bleeding. And then a taste of rusted flesh, blood, their black blood, in my eyes, my nostrils, my mouth. I was so thirsty. I couldn't help myself. I drank greedily. Forgive me, brothers. Only this could give me back my strength. Look at this rotting heap and take heart. This is your work. What a fine artist you are. We need to stop, sir. The men are tired. Possible. We are needed for the final push. The enemy are on the back foot. We must keep pressing. Yes, sir. You're the captain, and I have permission to be tired. Keep marching. Can you see them? The angels with black wings. They've come for us. Someone shut him up before I put a bullet in his head. Leave him be. Here, take a sip of my water. I've seen them in my dreams. Drink some more. She led me out into the light. She led me out into the light. It was quiet, not a sound. At her hand, the flesh dissolved and it was bone. She screamed at me. They're coming. Coming for us all. Shh. Just keep walking. Try to think. I waited for the enemy to pass, and pulled myself out of that dreadful pit. Breathing deeply, my lungs burned, scarred with poison, corrupted with gunmetal and spent bullets. The fingers snapped as I pried his rifle away. Salute the dead, I was no better than the carrion that died in our corpses. The life-giving blood of my men began to curdle into my stomach. It congealed in my throat. Who was I to call myself a leader? I had failed my men, brought them to their deaths. The shame toward my insides, plucked at my sinews and nerves like a demented harpist. I knew in that moment I was nothing but a messenger, stripped of spirit or valor. I had to return and warn the others of their impending slaughter. I had to save them. The damaged earth, this prison, this barren maze of destruction, stretched out in front of me, revealing fresh wounds with each step. Pitiful machines left abandoned, tossed aside like oversized toys, their monstrous weight slowly sucking them into the ground. I didn't want to think oh my lord, what lay interred beneath my feet. A a surface swollen, stuffed with flesh, gorged with graves. Oh, dear lord, I'm burping like crazy. The ground oozed, the ground wept, the ground exhaled the rank odor of death. In the quiet, my mind conjured images of another place, a place where cancerous mud was covered in soft green grass, where the blackened tree stumps grew taller and unfurled their limbs, dressed in thousands of tiny leaves that swayed in the cool wind. And the sky was clear and smokeless, the sun shining like a medal. The countless pieces of rubble were gathered and stacked into houses and factories, side by side, in row after row. Inside them were people, thousands of people. They were everywhere, living, thinking, dreaming of one another. Who could have planted these thoughts inside my mind? They haunted me. I shut my eyes and they were still there, more vivid, more frightening than ever. The voices wouldn't leave, thousands of them. They swirled around me like a violent storm. A mighty roar filled the chasm and I was cast off, unmoored, and at once the veil was lifted to a deeper horror. There she was, the one who had come to take me away. This was my guide to that hellish torment, the perpetual agony. She danced, encircled by the barbed fronds of fruitless wire, twirling her raiment whilst the burnished eyes of the dead watched in judgment beside her. I opened my mouth to utter a noise, a cry, but my voice was trapped as her words came to me, stitched into the feathers of those winged fiends. You still find it easy to descend. The door stands open night and day. The knack is in how one ascends and sees again the light of day. Here we go round the prickly pear. Prickly pear, prickly pear. Here we go round the prickly pear at 5 o'clock in the morning. I will have you dancing like those poor souls. I will have you doing wonders, going round and round till you all fall down. She vanished with the same thunderous roar that had borne her demonic form, and was hurled back from the chasm just as I had entered, sick with guilt and in need of redemption. The first thing I heard was that gentle voice, like the shade of a great tree shielding my face. Can you hear me? Wake up! I have to get back. Warn them. Wait, you're injured. You've lost a lot of blood. I managed to stop the bleeding. Did you hear me? They're going to attack. We have to get back. We're not ready. We'll be annihilated. The ground trembled with the ominous roar of engines overhead. We have to move. Pass me my boot. The attack. It started? Not yet. It's just the initial bombardment. Quick, boy. What's the fastest way out of here? This way. Help me. Help me up now. We run. The bombs fell and the air trembled. Anything back there that was alive was surely dead, smashed into dirt, atomized. Already in places there was nothing left to destroy, just piles of dust, bodies reduced to grains, pulverized over and over again without rest. What's your name, soldier? Virgil, sir. Where's the rest of your unit? I don't know, sir. We were enveloped by a battle mist. It swept over us. I don't know how, but I became stranded. I haven't been able to find them since. That was 2 days ago. I know that is an offense, sir, punishable by death. I'm willing to take any sentence you see fit. I won't kill you, Virgil. How else would I walk? Thank you, sir. How old are you, boy? 14, sir. You lads are getting younger every day. The battlefield is no place for you. Where else would I be? There is a place, I'm sure of it. There is a place, I'm sure of it. It's nothing like this. You look at me as if I am mad. Sir, even if there is this other place, I don't want to be anywhere else. I like carrying the flag. There's a great honor, and I want to fight. True honor will come when I make my first kill. Set me down. I need to rest a while. What do you remember before this? Nothing, sir. Nothing. Maybe you're lucky. Maybe I am the fool. There might have been some who knew different, some who had other memories, but they are all dead. This war has become everything. I should have never rested. Exhaustion began to take hold. I could feel the ground pulling me in. The dead men beneath me were whispering like sirens. Sleep. Sleep. Join us, brother. He was scouting like a hawk, as tiredness lapped over my limbs like a warm bath. I see something in the distance. Here, take my hand. I was ready to submit, ready to go under, until the boy rescued me from that comfortable oblivion. I knew a soldier once. He used to talk in his sleep. At first, we thought it funny, listening to his gibberish, but then someone noticed that whenever he did it, an attack followed the next day. But it didn't. I knew it was a lie, but I didn't say anything. I lacked the courage. Once the men got into their heads, there was no stopping it. They drove him mad, tormenting him. When we woke up one morning, he was gone. They say he walked out into the wilderness. Never came back. We've all things we aren't proud of. Even you, even me. Can we make up for it, sir? Can we ever put it right? The angels were back. For black-feathered fiends. What hopeless message did they carry this time? Sir, what is it? As we stepped closer, the boy couldn't believe his eyes. I could feel his disgust rising, but he didn't avert his gaze. He was transfixed by a most grotesque silhouette. It can't be. Sir, this isn't real. Tell me this isn't real. Get away, vermin. Leave him alone. The boy still saw the soldier up there on display. The intestines, the heart, they belong to someone. Thus, there must be sanctity in the flesh, or else we are nothing but ghosts. But where the boy saw an obscenity, I saw a portent. I tried to see it otherwise, but I couldn't. The entrails had been arranged, codified. I couldn't help but see design, however demented. But what sign was this? What twisted prophecy? We should take it down. Bury him. We don't have time. There's a storm coming. Amongst the dead soldiers' belongings, we found a map. I knew where we were. An old trench system lay several miles to the north of our position. The rain began to fall heavily. We needed shelter fast. Who would do such a thing? For what reason? I didn't have any answers. I stayed silent as the cold rain soaked my uniform and clung to me like heavy chains. Eventually the boy fell silent too. In between the cracks of thunder and thunder, oh my god. In between the cracks of thunder, I could hear him crying. The waters began to rise, suffused with lumps of body like a rank broth. The earth was trying to cleanse itself, but it was no use. I fought with every step of the way to pull my feet from the deepening bog. It was a fight I was starting to lose. Just when we spotted the trenches, the relief filled like a hot meal. Watch your step, boy. The ground is treacherous. Stay behind me. If anything happens, you run. I'm not afraid. That's an order. That message needs to get back to our forces. Do you understand? Yes, sir. What happened here? What happened here? A massacre. It was our front line once. Now were no lines, no borders. It was chaos. The enemy was everywhere. Who amongst us knew what we were trying to defend? I could sense something was here. A presence. I didn't know if it was my imagination, but the rats seemed aware of us. They screeched and scurried. A warning had been sent. We had become intruders. I heard something. Be quiet, soldier. What's that, my little friends? We have company. Well, that is exciting. See, I told you it would work. Come, let us say hello. What emerged from the depths was surely one of us. He wore our uniform. He bore our colors, but he was horribly altered. Something had happened to him. Something terrible. It's him. The soldier I told you about. The one we drove mad. We've made a mistake coming here. We're sorry. No mistake. We're taking shelter. Hold your tongue. Now, let the boy speak. It's raining. We won't be any bother. Just until it passes. We're trying to get a message back to the enemy. We're trying to get a message back. The enemy are going to attack. The enemy? You all look the same to me. What are you saying? You're one of us. And then I knew. The sign. That sickening composition of guts was his doing. Our prophecy was to face him. The face of abomination. He looked into my eyes. That's right. You saw it, didn't you? You knew, and yet you still came. I knew there was someone out there like me. Someone who could seize the truth. That was you. You butchered that soldier. Strung him up. He came here like you. Lost. Asking for help. Bastard took my arm. My friends have been keeping it clean for me. We showed him, didn't we? We had a good feed that day. Yes. Run, boy. Go. No. You can't go. There's some wonderful things down here I want you to see. Just wonderful. No. The monster swung his barbed club to bludgeon my skull. When the boy struck him through the chest, spraying me with blood, he gargled and cursed, sinking to his knees. Honorable beast slayer, the boy had been granted his wish, the kill he had longed for. Tears filled his eyes, but there was no time for celebration. With their master dead, his minions conspired to end us too. From the timeless depths of that tunnel, there came an unstoppable surge of vile rodents. It poured forth like hell's busted sewer. They're coming for us! I love it. I love that bottom right panel. It's so silly. It's so silly. I love it so much. We're not going to make it. We get clear, take cover. Click. As the ringing in my ears lessened, I heard the dreaded roar of engines from above. This time there would be no escape. Incoming! Virgil! Here, take my hand. I can't hold on. I could do nothing but watch as the waters swallowed him. He did not cry for mercy. He knew what was happening. He knew that this was the end. Tell them. Tell them I have killed, won't you? Won't you tell them? Your banner, Virgil. No! All that remained of the boy was his torn flag, our glorious banner which he carried to his death. No one would know of his honor, no one but me. That was enough. I would carry him on. The poisonous vapor engulfed me. I could hear them. Whispers of death. I had only my knife. Murderous shadows formed, closing in. Those shifting shapes without form, without color. I struck and stabbed. My knife sunk and warm blood drenched my hands. Their cries sounded familiar and awoke memories, but I knew it was my mind playing a cruel trick. I wouldn't give in. The shadows disappeared, and there was silence as I waited for the gas to clear. What have you done, brother? Once more a pile of bodies. My men. Fallen, butchered, and bleeding. But by my own hand. I could hide amongst them, drink of their blood, evade the enemy and let others die. Was this my eternal damnation? To wander like a shadow in the wilderness? To hide in the tunnels like that beast? I could suffer no more. I felt my mind succumbing. Reality was trying to show itself to me. You will die. I scrambled for the trench and waited, alone, the enemy horde marching towards me. I stood up and faced them, unleashing devastation. Yes, I could see it now. I knew my purpose. I knew how I could ascend. She was trying to show me all along, leading me to this place where I would fight, or I would accept my fate. They saw me and charged, and I braced for combat. Bring it on, you bastards! Finally. Kill him! Where are the others? He's alone! Their voices, thousands of voices, protect me like a gleaming shield. Time and place dissolve, and at once the veil is lifted to a deeper truth. There she is, the one who has come to take me away. She will be my guide to that glorious paradise. I will ascend to those green fields where the fallen shall rise from the ground and join me, my brothers. We will sit down in the shade of a mighty tree, and we will finally rest our bodies, and together we will sleep and dream of victory. Skin unwraps from flesh, and muscle falls from bone. My thoughts shatter in the void like shards of glass. I can hear them. I can hear them. My blood washed their hands, and my flesh fed the soil. My memories have names, and you will know them, for they are waiting to be uncovered.